Hello everyone, we launched a new kind of quiz on the channel last week, and the idea was that it's quite complicated and I need to explain it properly here. The idea of the quiz, and I may do it if you think it's worth doing again. You hear a famous tune, usually from a song, and it's harmonized in the style of a composer. Essentially, that's what it is. So it's a mash-up between a famous tune on the one hand and the style of another composer. So you've got to guess two things: the name of the tune and the composer in whose style it's being improvised. So in the first quiz, the first mash-up, and I'll tell you the composer in a minute. First of all, I'll tell you who it wasn't, but also listing the very ingenious, perfectly valid suggestions that you gave me. So we had a lot of people thought it was Eric Satie. Somebody thought it was like Giant Steps, the extraordinary multiple modulatory number by John Coltrane. One person thought very interestingly that it was like Michel Legrand, who I love, and I can completely see why you might think that. A couple of you thought it was Prokofiev, and that's very interesting because there's a strong link between the composer that it was actually in the style of and Prokofiev, so they do have very similar harmony, and they were friends. Apparently, almost all the conversations they had were about chess, and if they weren't about chess, they were about bridge, but never about music. One of you suggested Bartók. I can sort of see how that might be an idea. One of you suggested Debussy, someone else thought Shostakovich, one other person thought Schnittke, Schoenberg was a suggestion, and Messiaen. All of them viable, I would say, all of them viable suggestions, but the actual answer I was looking for was Poulenc. And the reason I was looking for Poulenc was A, it sounds like a bit like Poulenc, but B, it is an actual harmonic progression that you will find if you listen to the second movement of Poulenc's marvelous sextet for piano and wind. Poulenc composed so magnificently for that combination. I can't think of any composer who did it better apart from Mozart. So I will now name those of you who got it correct. Tom Walker, 6756, got it right. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to mention that someone said Philip Glass. So that's another interesting suggestion. Utsio Chakraborty got it correct with Poulenc. English Guy 9680 got it right with Poulenc. And Pietro Zuffa also got it right with Poulenc. Congratulations to those who got it right, because it was difficult. And bravo to everybody who got involved. Those were some excellent suggestions.